That's kind of how I missed out on Max B. I'm just being straight up honest. And Jim ended up signing him because Jim seen the vision, because Jim had an outside vision of Max. I grew up with Max, Charlie Rambo, nigga play all day. Nigga throwing piss on the bums, joking all the time. So when he came to me and said he gonna start rapping, I was like, yo, Charlie, stop playing. His exact words was killer. They were like, no, let's get this shit clicking like Dorothy's heels. I said, yo, this nigga play too much, man. So sometimes you gotta see the vision, but it's a lot of people that I seen that not necessarily still live in New York. They live outside of New York, and still people who live in New York who be like, Cam, I'm from Harlem. You gotta put me on, da 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 da. And it's like, bro, let me tell you one thing about Harlem. If you good or you hot, they gonna support. Harlem can't wait to branch on to somebody that's good and say, yo, these niggas is hot, or this person hot. Let's move, let's do it. Not only that, the other bros will pick up. Cause you know how many niggas from Queens or Brooklyn or the Bronx, everybody come to Harlem, or at least they used to. So niggas be like, yo, you got a Harlem nigga? You know how frustrating it used to be? Watching 100 niggas from Long Island get on? EPMD, Eric B, Rakim, motherfucking Biz Markie. And then you think about Queens, you think about LL Cool J, Tribe Called Quest, Nas, 50 Cent, Run DMC. The list goes on. Brooklyn, shit, Big Daddy Kane, motherfucking fat, all these people. So in Harlem, we used to say like, yo, Harlem got a jinx, man. Harlem got a jinx. I don't think none of us ever getting on, because nobody had been on since Dougie Fresh, Rob Bass, or Kumo D. It was a drought till Mace came and broke the drought. So
our fans, we just sold out the Brooklyn Paramount less than 24 hours. Nobody had to double back and get y'all another day. January 17th, Brooklyn Paramount, the double back. We calling it the double back dawn. That's the name of this joint right here, the double back dawn, part 2. We coming out, we gonna make it a movie. You already know, Max Bigger Valve signing out. Peace.
Where the wave was invented. Downstairs, under me. Child, ask Bigger Valve. Y'all call him Bigger Valve Max B. I know him as Charlie Rambo.
Charlie Rambo.
I'm from the building where the wave was invented, and it was invented after I was born. I'm a top fan. And no disrespect to Bigger Valve, because that's my brother. That's my little brother. I just spoke to Max motherfucking 2 weeks ago. That's my brother. Max tell you though, I've been outside. I'm from the building where the way was invented.
I must describe it precisely as it is. Officially, the wave has returned. Max B is at home. Additionally, the energy he's expelling is crazy. The internet went crazy the moment his feet touched the pavement, as if everyone in the city had been waiting for him to take back the throne. Charlie Rambo himself, Max B Jelly, is moving as if he hasn't missed a single morning. For years, people have been yearning for that unadulterated Harlem spirit, that smooth yet rough street-like sound. People said the game was lost. Max simply returned as if he had never taken a seat at all. He didn't leave by himself, let's be honest. He made connections with 2 giants from Harlem who had already established their own kingdoms. Cameron and Mace. If there has ever been a powerful trio, it is that one. They stack wins every day when they are at their best. There's a pink horsepower aura everywhere. Max B returned home with a swagger, a purpose, and a strategic circle surrounding him. He seems to be methodically rebuilding his board piece by piece. To be honest, nothing seems to be slowing him down. And listen, most individuals would need some time to catch their breath, acclimate, and regain their equilibrium after 18 years. However, Max discovered a whole other stride in addition to balance. It seems as though the culture's energy has shifted in his favor. Furthermore, it seems like this is only the first chapter. The cosigns are strong. Ferg is displaying love as soon as possible. French Montana locked in right away. Luca Brasi even gave the gesture a hearty salute. These are not arbitrary names. These individuals were always aware of Max's cultural significance. They're now shouting it more loudly than before. However, there is a more significant issue at hand. The moment Max was free once more, it seemed as though the whole East Coast lit on fire. something broke open. Max B is selling out every arena he touches, which is proof. Because concerts disappeared in less than a day, they had to literally double book dates. That kind of heat hasn't existed in a long time. You can't even approach. This buzz, if you're not pulling NBA YoungBoy numbers at the moment, Max B is moving differently. I'm telling you, the wave is still hazardous. It's tearing through densely populated clubs, closing out every available space. The craziest thing is that it's everything from his classic catalog. Because he had never had the opportunity to perform these records live, fans had to wait more than 10 years. Before the touring phase began, he was imprisoned. The streets were famished as the globe finally received what they had been longing for. I'll be honest, right now, New York feels insane in the nicest way imaginable. The city as a whole feels awake once more. After all these years, the concrete was shattered by that authentic Harlem flavor. People were missing that vitality. Max immediately flicked the complete switch as he was walking home. He lined himself up with one of the best plays available. Let's face it, a shout out to Cameron. Give Mace a shout out. Harlem becomes officially active when the two arrive. It truly seems as though Harlem has returned. Additionally, they are winning this time rather than just talking. One of the most popular shows in the culture at the moment is Cam and Mace. Real pull, sharp takes. The platform is blowing apart. Max B has now entered the picture. With the support of the right people, he is returning home and creating a wave that only he can. With a lineup like that, how can you lose? You don't. That's a recipe for winning all the time. And a special thanks to Sugar Doug, the experts. I recall Cam telling me about how he used to know Charlie Rambo. The same structure, the same corridors, the same past. There was a genuine connection. Cam was simply unable to view the vision at the moment. However, now that the timing was fully in harmony, everything went according to plan.
Our fans, we just sold out the Brooklyn Paramount less than 24 hours. You know we had to double back and get y'all another day. January 17th, Brooklyn Paramount, the double back. We calling it the double back dawn. That's the name of this joint right here, the double back dawn, part 2. We coming out, we gonna make it a movie. You already know, Max Biggervale signing out.
I'll lay it out neatly. Cam had a close personal relationship with Max. The same grind, buildings, and blocks. However, at the time, simply put, Cam was not quite aware of the vision. He acknowledged that it is what it is. When Charlie Rambo initially entered the picture, he made a mistake by not taking him seriously. To be honest, I understand exactly what Cam was trying to say. Many people arrive believing that just because they live in the same neighborhood, they should be able to co-sign. However, that is untrue. One of the few people who truly broke through all of that was Max B, a true treasure among the rubble. He demonstrated his voice, his path, and his ability to shine without any hand-holding. The same thing has happened to me. I get hit by people who say things like, "Put me on." We share the same origins. However, the talent must ultimately be genuine. If it's absent, it appears quickly. The world simply operates that way. And let's talk honestly about Harlem. The city felt gloomy at one point. People kept repeating, "Make Harlem great again," because of this. The talent was always there. The style was unparalleled. The unity wasn't unique, but the swagger was. There are too many walls, too many egos, and too many single artists. The entire thing might have been operating on autopilot if Harlem had united like Brooklyn or Queens occasionally do.
Where the wave was invented. Downstairs, under me. Child, ask Biggerville. Y'all call him Biggerville Max B. I know him as Charlie Rambo.
Charlie Rambo.
I'm from the building where the wave was invented, and it was invented after I was born. I'm a top fan. And no disrespect to Biggerville, because that's my brother. That's my little brother. I just spoke to Max motherfucking 2 weeks ago. That's my brother. Max tell you though, I've been outside. I'm from the building where the wave was invented.
Let's be truthful. Some of the most renowned performers, the trendiest looks, and the most significant cultural changes were born in Harlem. The absence of sustained unity was the only thing that ever prevented the borough from progressing. And when Cam said that he wasn't capping, he publicly accepted responsibility for his failure to see Max B's actual potential at the time. In all honesty, it made sense at the time. The class clown was Charlie Rambo. He's the funniest man in the room, always making jokes. Therefore, the creativity behind the humor was not immediately apparent to the public. Even people who grew up around him, like Cam. However, everything absolutely changed. Now that he's outside, Max B is actively promoting the brand, standing next to Cam and Mace as if it were in his blood, and displaying a deep affection for the movement. Again, a huge salute to Cam. These men are skilled at advancing Harlem. Max is also exerting a lot of horsepower. The entire lineup is moving insane numbers with pink and blue horsepower. These are more than simply rappers. They are entrepreneurs with genuine goods, genuine merchandise, and a genuine strategy to improve society. To be honest, it's invigorating for the East Coast, Harlem, and all of New York. For a minute, the city has been dragging. The atmosphere wasn't right. To bring it back to life, it required something tangible.
Back to life. That's kind of how I missed out on Max B. I'm just being straight up honest. And Jim ended up signing him because Jim seen the vision, but because Jim had an outside vision of Max. I grew up with Max, Charlie Rambo, nigga play all day. Nigga throwing piss on the bums, joking all the time. So when he came to me and said he gonna start rapping, I was like, yo, Charlie, stop playing. His exact words was killing. They were like, no, let's get this shit clicking like Dorothy's heels. I said, yo, this nigga play too much, man. So sometimes you got to see the vision, but it's a lot of people that I seen that not necessarily still live in New York. They live outside of New York, and still people who live in New York will be like, Cam, I'm from Harlem. You got to put me on, da, 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 da. And it's like, bro, let me tell you one thing about Harlem. If you good or you hot, they going to support. Harlem can't wait to branch on to somebody that's good and say, yo, these niggas is hot, or this person hot. Let's move. Let's do it. Not only that, the other boroughs will pick up. Because you know how many niggas from Queens or Brooklyn or the Bronx, everybody come to Harlem, or at least they used to. So niggas be like, yo, you got a Harlem nigga? You know how frustrating it used to be? Watching 100 niggas from Long Island get on? EPMD, Eric B, Rakim, motherfucking Bismarcky. But then you think about Queens, you think about LL Cool J, Tribe Called Quest, Nas, 50 Cent, Run DMC. The list goes on. Brooklyn, shit, Big Daddy Kane, motherfucking fat, all these people. So in Harlem, we used to say like, yo, Harlem got a jinx, man. Harlem got a jinx. I don't think none of us ever getting on, because nobody had been on since Dougie Fresh, Rob Bass, or Kumo D. It was a drought till Mace came and broke the drought. So
now that actual music, merchandise, and advertising are actually arriving, everything is going according to plan. 2, you can sense that the wave has come back to life. And allow me to clarify this. It's not a shadow. I can see exactly where this momentum is going. At every opportunity, Max B is actively promoting that horsepower brand. Examine the videos. The complete Harlem lineup emerged in support, along with Mace and Cam inside the building. In the best sense of the word, Max is wild. He has unparalleled promotional instincts. It has a natural charm. The presence is effortless. He can move merchandise just by entering a space. Because of this, his marketing consistently succeeds without feeling forced. He's also not slowing down. He has already stated that new songs would be released. There are several ongoing projects. There will be a lot of heat soon. He's clearly eager to get back into the game. Give him a chance to talk. Permit him to move. And keep an eye out, because this might be the sound that the industry has been waiting for. Furthermore, he is not working alone. He is outdoors with 2 titans of Harlem who helped to define an era, Cam and Mace. It feels like the city is waking up as they see Max next to them once more. Let's face it, some folks are just meant to be in the spotlight. One of them is Max. The walk, the confidence, the atmosphere, and the aura. The moment he enters, you sense it. The talk, the attitude, and the manner are all in harmony. Some people have just grasped it.
Man, 600 horses. She guaranteed. Fuck, she'll love it too. She gonna eat you up. She gonna eat you for breakfast. Right, baby? You gotta be like this. You gotta hit her with.
And Max B undoubtedly possesses it. Since returning home, he has been progressing modestly, smoothly, and steadily. Harlem is also cycling with He Was Heavy. This entire situation seems like the pinnacle of the Harlem Resurgence Coalition. Max outperformed others who had been out here constantly as soon as he stepped outside and began to win. That is simply the reality. Let's not pretend, but I won't mention names. Compared to many guys who are still embroiled in street drama, he is making more progress. We are all familiar with the past. The crucial question at hand is whether those long-standing conflicts will ever be settled, so that Harlem may genuinely come together once more. To be honest though, Max doesn't even require that other side at this time. He is clearly demonstrating that. Without receiving any approval from his former camp, he is standing tall. You know exactly who I'm referring to. The ultimate cosigns are already on his side, and there's only one direction left for him to go. Straight up. Max is making wise choices, forming the appropriate partnerships, and positioning himself for genuine chances. Furthermore, this is more than just a victory for him. Everyone has benefited from this. Good for Harlem, New York, the entire East Coast, and global culture. People need to see togetherness once more, particularly in a game that quickly becomes chaotic. I'm not sure if Max will start a podcast anytime soon, but if he and Cam are getting along well, we can already tell. The door remains open. If he appears in a suit on Talk with Flea or moves on to it, is what it is. Don't be shocked. The energy is different when Harlem creatives come together. Together, these boys may be entering a completely new age. From what I can see, Max B hasn't made a single poor decision since landing. Let me know if I'm mistaken. I applaud everyone who has shown him love and placed him in the appropriate areas. Let out a friend shout. Give a shout out to everyone who is contributing. Support from someone who knows you well enough to refer to you as Charlie Rambo. Not Mr. Winge is the most powerful thing though. That is actual history. Tell me, do you think Jomo is offended by all of this? We all know that he and Cam have been at odds, and he may believe that he is losing ground. I'm not sure, but in all honesty, everyone needs to gather together at a table, make money, and restore that New York vibe. The sound must come back if Max remains in the music lane. Real waves, real melodies, and true Harlem flair. He won't even need to try to break the internet if he is behind a microphone.
Excuse me, bro, what do you do for a living? Yo, what do you do for a living?
I'm an entrepreneur.
You're an entrepreneur? What's your name, man?
Max Biggerville, New York's finest. What's going on, brother?
You make music.
I make everything. I manufacture. I'm a manufacturer. I got the factories. I'm like Henry Ford out this month.
Henry Ford?
Yeah.
What's next for you? What are you working on right now?
I'm working on the Purge. I'm working on a few other things. I'm working on the Coke Wave Narcos. We're working on treats to come. Stay tuned.
What's one piece of advice you give to somebody watching this video who wants to do something similar to you?
Keep working, man. Put your head down. Keep pushing. Keep running. Don't complain. Max Biggerville. Signing out.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Have a good one.
Good.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. All right.
Thank you.
The culture prevails in either case. I salute you. Make sure to subscribe to Dipset before you dip. Leave a remark and hit like button. Then distribute this video. Assist the algorithm in eliminating it. Press the hype this video button.